Hey guys. Do you hear me all right? Is my sound working? Can anyone hear me? Great. Hi Carl. Great name, by the way. We have 6 viewers today. Right, so we're going to code some algos today, or maybe just one algo, depending on how much time that takes. Hi Herman, hi John. Did you guys see the new algos? I could start with showing off the new algos that we released. I think it was yesterday. One for DAX and one for the MIB Italian market. Let's see. Yes, Herman, for DAX and on the 10-minute time frame. We released it yesterday. And just importing it to the ProRealTime. Just give me a second. Here it is. Takes a long time to backtest. I'm not sure why. It usually goes a lot faster than this. So if you haven't received this algo yet, if you're an all algo package customer, please let us know. I know, yes, Jean-Marie, we will send it to you after this live stream. So the two new algos are CATS algos, and if you've been on our website, you know what the CATS algo is. We have 3 different algo types: Prime, Plus, and CATS. And CATS is a number of different strategies, while the Plus and Prime strategies are based on the same core edge, so to say, or the same core code. But the CATS algos are algos that we have at some point during the last years developed, but have So we do a lot of algos. We do approximately 10 algos per month. We let them all into test. Some of them are just forgotten. We just make a lot of algos, and some of them doesn't make it, but some of the algos actually do, and those become the cuts algos as long as they are not based on the core code of the prime or the plus algo. So there are a various number of different strategies. Some are mean reversion, some are gap traders, and some are trend following as well. And another thing that unites them all is that they have smaller stop losses than the prime and the plus algos, but and have a lower win rate, but instead having a bigger average gain than average loss. I'm not sure why this takes so much time. It's crazy. I'll start a backtest of the Italian market at the same time. It shouldn't take this. I mean, it should take like 5 minutes. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's the DAX M10 algo released yesterday. It's a nice equity curve. What we are most proud about this algo is the low drawdown. Here you can see the yearly profits. I think if we look at the quarterly bars, there are only 2 quarters since the beginning of 2018. That's been a losing quarter. So it's a very stable looking equity curve. I'm not sure exactly which date we built it, but it's somewhere in 2021, somewhere around here. So most of our algos are live tested for at least 6 months. So I can definitely say that it was made not in 2022. It's both long and short. The win rate is lower, as I mentioned, but the average gain is bigger than the average loss. So it's a good complement to the plus and prime algos that have bigger stop losses than bigger average losses than average gains. So together, these 3 algo types will make your equity curve look better. Let's look at the results of the month. Hi Adriano, if possible, comment on the best algos with lower DD and higher return. I think it's hard to say. I don't actually have one favorite. We have a lot of algos that work. They have good and bad periods. All algos have good and bad periods. Currently, if you go to the ProRealAlgos website and click results, you can see which algos have been performing the best lately. So an algo can have, I would say, if an algo have more than 1 year of bad performance or just being flat for 1 year, maybe that's a good indicator that the algo isn't working. But if an algo will underperform for 6 months, that's nothing you should worry about. That's why you have a lot of algos, because they will perform at different times in different market conditions. So I can't say that I have one favorite algo, but if you would prefer an algo with low DD, then definitely this new DAX M10 algo is something for you. I mean, you can't even see a drawdown on the chart. It's just very almost like a straight line going from the start till the end. Okay, so we made a gain of 500, 600. Someone is quick in math. Is that somewhere around 700 euros, right? Let's see. 661 euros of May. So we have almost 2,000 units, 2,000 euros to the to making an all-time high. If you want to see the top 10 performing algos, I would suggest that you scroll down here. You can see the top 10 performing algos since they were released. So naturally, some of the algos that were the first algos to be released are in the top of this list. The algo that has been performing unusually well, looking at how long it's been released, is the CATS Euro USD M3 algo. It was released only September 1st, so that's 9 months ago. If you want to look at the top 10 performing algos per month active, you can see it on the left side here, and here it is. The crude algo has been performing very well as well. Yeah, I think that's it about the results. What are your thoughts about scalping algo on DAX? Scalping is hard. Scalping is really hard on automatic trading. We have tried it on multiple occasions, and we have never really succeeded with an algo version of scalping. In manual trading, it's possible. It's just hard to make a system out of it. When I'm thinking about it, I don't know. I'm not sure I even heard about any scalping algo. That's no provider is actually offering scalping algos as far as I know. I guess they have had the same problem as us. Or have you heard about any scalping algo, Herman? I would love to see one. All right, let's look at the new CATS algo for the Italian market. It runs on the 5-minute time frame. Let's see, sorry. Live to while we wait, what kind of strategy would you like me to make? Do you have any like index you would prefer, or a time frame, or a type of strategy? I guess we could just look through quantifiedstrategies.com and choose one. And odds are that the strategy that we will make will suck, because they do. Out of 100 strategy ideas, maybe 2 make it until the next phase. So don't have too high expectations on me. I will just like to show you how to for anyone that's not familiar with coding in ProRealTime, it could be interesting to see and code along with me. Right, here is the Italian algo released yesterday. So this algo has actually been developed for a higher time frame, but for better efficiency, we have put the algo on a 5-minute time frame. Especially the trailing stop code will work better on 5 minutes. So if we would scroll down to the time frame on which it was built, you will see that it is a good performing algo looking over longer time than just to 2019. So don't be scared that it's only 41 trades. We have built the algo on a higher time frame with over 200 trades. We have just put the code on a lower time frame as we discovered that the trailing stop code was much more efficient on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, so if you haven't received it, if you're an all algo package customer, let us know and we will send it to you directly after this. Okay, we got some questions. Why test algos on that multiple year time frame? The goal is making money today and upcoming periods. Just an algo doing great in the last 3 to 6 months will be okay when you do them, follow them on a weekly basis. Yeah, so the whole idea behind backtesting is that, or the whole idea behind algo trading in general is we have to believe that anything that has worked in the past will work on the future. That's the starting idea of algo trading. That's the only way to, we have to believe that that is true in order to build successful algos. If that wasn't true, then we I guess wouldn't need to backtest at all. We have just to predict the future. But the whole starting point of algo trading is that anything that has worked in the past will hopefully work in the future. But you are right that the last 3 to 6 months is much more important than what happened 25 years back. So when looking and evaluating an backtest, we always value the latest period higher than what we value how the algo have performed, let's say 10 years ago. So yeah, Italy have a spread of €8 during ordinary open hours. I think this backtest is with an even higher spread than that. Let's see, we used a spread of 34 points because that is the average spread. We have looked at when do our algo enter and exit trades and have made some kind of average calculation of what the average spread should be, and we have, as always, added 20% to the spread because that often represents the live performance of an algo even better. So 20% of what the broker says the average spread is. Right, let's see. Commodities, an oil algo maybe, or an index with a low spread value. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe we just copy one from quantifiedstrategies.com. I don't feel I have the fantasy now to build an oil strategy. Let's see if they have one. Let's test it. Oil, shorting oil when the dollar rises. Unfortunately, we can't combine different indices like that. We would like to. We would like to implement the VIX index to most of our algos. Hopefully, that's something that we can do soon. We have been discussing that with ProRealTime. We would hope that soon that we could combine a strategy to use multiple instruments in order to make even more robust algos. So this one would not work, as we would have to look at the oil instrument as well as the dollar price. The Friday seasonality in USO. What is USO? What's that? Oh, okay, it's some kind of oil fund. Okay, so that maybe will not work. Let's see what the strategy is. One famous seasonality in the oil market is the tendency for the oil price to rise on Fridays. The Friday seasonality in the oil price, we buy the day before Thursday. It seems like just buying the Thursday close is not such a good idea. It works better if a Thursday is a down day. Well, let's try that one. It's simple enough. It shouldn't take so much time. But let's do it on... I don't think we have the oil fund, and we will do it on Brent crude. Right. And let's do it on the daily time frame. If you have any questions, just let me know. This is ultimately for you. I'm just here to show you how you code algos in ProRealTime. So, and we might find something good. Thursday. Let's see. What was the strategy? Enter a trade on Thursday close. Okay, so enter condition 1. Let's see. Let's do it like that. Day of week 4 and sell when day of week equals 5. It seems like just buying on Thursday close is not such a good idea. It works better if Thursday is a down day. So close 0. Close 0 is less than open. Okay, so what I have done here is I have added this entry condition, which is that the day should be a down day, so to say. We will enter the trade if it's on a Thursday, and we will close that trade when it turns to Friday. I think this is a long only. Yeah, I think so. Let's remove the short code, and I'll just check what the average spread is. Brent crude average spread 2.8. I will add just 3 to see what happens. Yeah, that was a good strategy. What the hell happened here? Did I miss something? I mean, there are no guarantees that any strategies that's published on this website is actually successful, but I mean, this is the equity curve that he got. Still, oh yeah, so this was not even on Brent crude. I forgot that. So maybe this oil fund doesn't really follow the price of or the patterns of the raw commodity itself. But this strategy sucked. Let's test another one. I mean, this is not even, I mean, we only have like 8 rows of code, but it should show a better results even on the first try. So I could add filters, I could change a lot of stuff, but already on that step I'm over optimizing the code. So if an algo or if a strategy, a backtest looks like this, even on the first try, just trash it, go to the next idea. So, but you can, of course, I could add filters, I could add a number of different indicators to make even this strategy make money, but that would mean I'm over optimizing, and there will be a lot of ideas that's a lot better than this, even on the first try. But you know what? I have one strategy that I just built before entering this live stream, and it's for the FTSE market. And it's a simple bounce strategy, and here it is. So this is only a buy and hold strategy, meaning that we buy here and we just hold, and it's for reference to the results of the strategy here. Here is the equity curve strategy. It's a long only strategy. It works on the daily time frame, and it's so simple, it's almost funny. It's 13 lines of code. What we do is, so first of all, this are the results. So buying and holding the FTSE market for since 1984 would mean a gain of 6,000 euros, and this strategy only makes 5,000 euros. But what you have to take into account here is all the all the overnight fees, and most importantly, in a buy and hold strategy, you are occupying, you are always in market, so that money that you have in that trading position will be locked and you cannot use it in any other trade. This strategy that I just built have a time of market of 3.94%. So that means that you can take the money and do something else the other 96% of the time. So even though it doesn't make more money, you are lowering the risk with a time of market of only 3.94%. So here's the code. There are 3 entry conditions. We will enter a trade if there are 5 consecutive days with lower lows. We will enter the trade if the day today have a close that's smaller than the close yesterday, but that there is a subtle sign that the downtrend might be losing speed, and that is with any of these 2 conditions. So if the low of today is actually higher than the low of yesterday, or if the high of today is higher than the high yesterday. And the last entry condition is that the close should be under average, moving average of 20. We will close the trade on the first positive day. Or actually, that's not true. We will close the trade if the close today is bigger than yesterday. So we could see a scenario where we have a gap up, and in that case we would consider that a negative day. But if the close is bigger than yesterday, then we sell at market. So we are only in the trade until we have a positive day. And let's zoom into one of the trades. We could take the last one here. So what happened here, we had 5 consecutive days with lower lows, and then we had a close that was smaller than the close of the day before. But we had let's see, low, we had a high that was higher than the high of yesterday. So that's why the code entered the trade on the next coming candle. And what happened next was that the close, that it was only active for 1 bar. Why was that? Let's see. It entered the trade here and it exited the trade because the close was bigger than the close yesterday. And then the same thing happened here. We had 5 consecutive days with lower lows. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the close of yesterday was bigger than the close of today. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing things here. There's so many lines. This is not my ProRealTime account. I have to remove some of these. Yeah, so it exited the trade with a small win, right? The first time, yes. And then it entered a new trade here with, yeah, it's the same conditions. 5 lower lows in a row, followed by a close smaller than the previous close, and then a higher high or a higher low than the yesterday's low. And the close was below a moving average of 20. So it entered the trade here and it exited the trade at the first positive candle. So it's a pretty simple strategy. It's only 13 lines of code. You should probably add a little bit to the spread here. This strategy is just very basic. I guess we could add like time conditions and stuff like that to make it even better, and to add time conditions to enter and exit trades only when the spread is lower. That is during the ordinary open hours. Let's see if I have any questions I forgot about you. Wow. All right, let's see. I can. Are you asking for the FTSE code or the one that I built for oil? I guess you want the FTSE code. I will copy it here. I'll paste it here. Let's see. I can only send 200 letters in the. I will add it in the Discord. What else? I mean, this strategy, I would not trade it as it is. I just built it for in like 15 minutes based on idea I heard about on that I learned about in the forum. It was actually the idea that they had was for the SP 500 market, but I tested it on the FTSE market and I changed it a little bit. But it's a very basic code. You could do a lot more with, but it's a good start, and I would definitely work on it if I had time. We have a lot of other ideas that have that we are prioritizing right now, but this could be an trading strategy for later. And we love that it's only 13 lines of code. I mean, to only have one exit condition is a good start. Explanation was a bit confusing. Yeah, I get that. So let me just zoom in and you could I hope you see the text here. So the first entry condition, I will just add a row for each of these so that you can understand it more easily. So this means that if the low of yesterday was smaller, is smaller than the low of 2 days before, and if the low of yesterday was smaller than the low of 3 days earlier, and the low of yesterday was smaller than the low of 4 days ago. So that's the first entry condition. Simple as that. The second entry condition is that the close of today is smaller than the close of yesterday, and the low of today is higher than the low of yesterday, or the high of today was higher than the high of yesterday. And the third entry condition is that the close of today is smaller than a moving average of 20, and that's the three entry conditions to enter a trade. And the only exit condition is if the close of today is bigger than the close of yesterday. So it's pretty simple. I hope I didn't confuse you with going into the details of every single trade here, but you could scroll in and you will understand how it works. As you can see, I mean, it will close at the first positive candle, so the trades are very short in terms of time in market. I mean, most trades are like 1 or 2 candles. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. In 5 minutes, it's a soccer game between Sweden and Norway. So I will have to end the stream in 5 minutes. It starts in 5 minutes, I think. Sweden versus Norway. So any Swedes here? Don't forget that. Yeah, all right, I think that's it. Do I have any more questions? Herman. Did you be Art of Noise is asking now, you did algo based on price charts, do you sometimes make algo with data from indicators? Definitely. We do both strategies on price actions, candlesticks formations, but we do use a lot of indicators as well. I mean, we use some strategies use like moving average, others use different type of strength indicators. My personal favorite is the stochastic MACD. It's a combination of the MACD and the stochastic indicator. What else? Moving average. I mean, there are a lot of indicators, but I guess most of our code is some kind of well, maybe not, but we use price action a lot. What else? Do you prefer algos going long and short in one mixed strategy? Well, some strategies actually benefit from being able to change the position from short to long or from long to short, that can be a part of the algo that makes an algo successful, that it's able to change its position. But most algos, I would say, or most strategies are better with only long or only short, because well, I can't really explain in detail why, but the trend, the price moves a lot differently depending on if it's a bear trend or a bull trend. So bear trends tend to be shorter but more volatile, more they move a lot faster. Bull trends are just slow, going up forever. So there are some strategy types that can handle both, but in our experience, like with the CATS algos, most of the CATS algos are either long or either short, and in some examples we have actually combined two different codes in the same algo, just so that I mean, we don't want to have 45 algos in our arsenal. If we can combine the code and put two codes in one algo without it changing the performance of the algo, we will do that. So actually, when we are offering 20 algos, it's more like it's not 20 strategies, it's like 35 different strategies, but we have combined some of them in the same system, so to say. Self-made indicators, yes, if you go to ProRealAlgos.com and you click well, it's not our own, the SMACD indicator, but you can download it for ProRealTime. If you go to our website, click on this red, sorry, you don't have the screen up yet. Go to our website, click here on the free SMACD, here in the bottom right corner, and then you click on get it now. So that's not our idea. We have self-made indicators I'm not 100% sure, but I think we are only the ones using those indicators. Definitely. Buy gold on Thursday close and sell on Monday close. It needs filters. Maybe that's a trading strategy that we will try for next time, Herman. But the time is now 20:45. The clock is now 20:45, so the game is starting. I'm happy that you joined me for another live stream. The next live stream will be the first Sunday of July at 8 p.m. So that's the new schedule. We are broadcasting live every first Sunday at 8 p.m. First Sunday of every month. So thank you for watching, and Herman is asking for the best time frame for the SMACD indicators. It differs. That's a boring answer, or an answer that you don't want, but it differs depending on the instrument that you are testing it on, and of course the strategy and so on. Maybe I should do a special of that maybe next time. All right, so see you soon. I hope that you have enjoyed this live stream, and we will talk again soon. Join on our Discord. Also, get our mobile app. It's free, and it's all of ProRealAlgos in your pocket. If you're all on the run and you are still in the need of learn the latest news, the latest recommendations of our algos, then this app is for you. It's available for both Android and iOS, so download it and enjoy all of ProRealAlgos on the run. All right, so thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye. Oops.